Hello, this is Tamir Zain from EllittWaveForex.com with your weekly analysis for the Euro-US dollar currency pair on December 7th, 2015. Many traders, as well as a fair amount of market analysts, were caught by surprise when the euro made its impressive 450 pip rally last Thursday, which is a shame because the market did exactly what we expected it would do in our last weekly analysis. First, price spent most of the week moving towards the downside. It reached our first target at 1.0617, followed by the second target at 1.0594. Then it continued a little lower to 1.0525, where the market completed its ending diagonal pattern. Ending diagonals by their nature are terminal moves, signaling the completion of their larger trends. As such, they are most often followed by a strong and swift movement in the opposite direction, which is exactly what the euro did near the end of the week. We're updating our accounts to reflect the most recent price action and to present tighter targets and invalidation points. So beginning as usual with the big picture on the weekly chart, the bigger picture sees that the euro is moving towards the downside in cycle wave X, which is forming a double zigzag labeled primary waves W, X, and Y. Primary wave Y is forming a zigzag labeled intermediate waves A, B, and C, where intermediate wave A formed an impulse labeled minor waves 1 through 5, and within it minor wave 3 reached 261.8%, the length of minor wave 1. Then minor wave 5 unfolded as an impulse labeled minute waves 1 through 5, reaching 161.8%, the combined length of minor waves 1 and 3. After that, intermediate wave B formed a double zigzag labeled minor waves W, X, and Y, each unfolding as a zigzag labeled minute waves A, B, and C, overall retracing a little less than 38.2% of intermediate wave A. Right now, intermediate wave C is most likely forming an impulse labeled minor waves 1 through 5, which will complete primary wave Y and therefore cycle wave X. This will be confirmed by movement below 1.0462. At 0.9830, primary wave Y would reach 100% the length of primary wave W. Then at 0.9536, intermediate wave C would reach 61.8% the length of intermediate wave A. Now let's zoom into the details on the daily chart, where the main count sees that intermediate wave C is forming an impulse labeled minor waves 1 through 5. Within it, minor wave 2 formed a double zigzag labeled minute waves W, X, and Y, each forming a zigzag labeled minute waves A, B, and C. Minor wave 2 retraced a bit over 61.8% of minor wave 1. After that, minor wave 3 formed an impulse labeled minute waves 1 through 5, reaching almost 161.8%, the length of minor wave 1. Within it, minute wave 5 extended into an impulse labeled minute waves 1 through 5, where minute wave 5 formed an ending diagonal labeled subminute waves 1 through 5. Minor wave 4 may be unfolding as any corrective pattern, but until more data is available, we'll assume the simplest case of a zigzag labeled minute waves A, B, and C. Within it, minute wave A is most likely complete, and this count expects the euro to continue moving sideways to downwards in minute wave B. At 1.0807, minute wave B would retrace 38.2% of minute wave A, then at 1.0699 it would retrace 61.8% of its length. This wave count is invalidated by movement above 1.1087, as minor wave 4 of this impulse may not enter the price territory of minor wave 1. Now moving over to our alternate count, which sees that intermediate wave B is actually still unfolding as a flat labeled minor waves A, B, and C, where minor wave A formed a double zigzag labeled minute waves W, X, and Y, and then minor wave B formed a zigzag labeled minute waves A, B, and C, retracing 95% of minor wave A and therefore fulfilling the requirement of a flat correction. This count expects the euro to start moving towards the upside in minor wave C to complete intermediate wave B. This will be largely confirmed by a movement above 1.1087. At 1.1302, minor wave C would reach 61.8% the length of minor wave A, then at 1.1782 it would reach 100% of its length. This wave count is invalidated by movement below 1.0525, as minute wave 2 of minor wave C may not move beyond the start of minor wave 1. That's all for our analysis for this week. I wish you profitable trading and see you next time.